Buenas noches.
Good evening. I bought my own photons, packets of photons. One packet of photons. Seeing as we're going to be talking about photons. Can't beat something with crisps. Right. Let's check my Instagram, because I'm obviously checking, see if somebody puts their hand up to explain how it works with finite light. So I answered at least a dozen messages, consecutive, boom, boom. No hate. No hate. Wo ist das Hate gone? Questions, and 2 or 3, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But definitely none of the, you really wanted to get hold of me and wring my neck, didn't you? But not anymore. This is good. People saying he obviously doesn't understand the science behind an eclipse because science proves it. Well, I am going to explain it properly for the first time, okay? Unfortunately, no degree, but I am going to substitute that for common sense and logic. We have the numbers, time frames, distances. This is the first time I've done it properly, okay? Moon, we've got a Audi shopping cart token. Audi, Thunderbird, great folk. People work at the Audis here, so I mentioned that. So we could see a friendly face. Right, before we start, let's all have a moment together, okay? An important moment. So let's just join hands, right? And we're going to sing Kumbaya, my Lord. Okay, I'll sing Kumbaya. Not really, but keep the hands clenched with somebody who is looking at the sky as you are looking at the grass. So you're holding hands. It's day 1 for the sun. It's late, it still hasn't been turned on. Something wrong with the AC or something. The dinosaurs are waiting as cavemen. Where is it? We were told this planet was going to be good and warm, and it's not. The very, very first moment that the sun turned on, how did it play out? It's not about the Who. Good band. It's not about the Who made the sun or the earth or anything else. It's about what took place the very first moment the sun appeared, okay? You're holding hands with somebody, it's dark, the sun has just been turned on. Is it on? Apparently so, it's on its way, okay? Photons are rowing at 299,792,458 meters per second towards planet Earth. Chop, chop. Buckle up, Dorothy, in a minute. Sun's on its way. Right, it's pitch black. For Mickey Mouse science, I have been good. I've taken Mickey off the board. I'm only going to say it once or twice. Says that you would not see anything for 8 minutes and 20 seconds after El Sol switched on, right? You're holding hands, somebody's looking up at the sky, roughly where the sun's going to turn on. We know where it's roughly going to be. The other person is looking down at the ground, right? 8 minutes, 8, 10, 11, 12, 8, 18, 8, 19. At 8, 19, according to Mickey science, people could be looking towards that sun, and they, with 1 second to go, you still wouldn't see it, because it's about the photons. It's finite light. It comes in individual packets, joined together, but it's still finite. This is the thing with finite light. 8:19, holding hands, one person is looking up, the other person down. They've agreed to clench as soon as they see light. So what happens? 8:20, boom! Everything lights up. Now, hands clenched together. The person looking up at the sky will see the sun, boom, turn on at the very same time as the person who is looking at the ground sees the grass light up green. What is that right there? The sun turned on and poof, it all happened together. That is absolute light. It isn't logical for there to be a delay. It's like a paradox, the same as the paradox we're going to see in a minute after spinning 2.08 degrees on its axis after the photons leave the sun. It isn't logical. There is talk that the delay happened before. Before when? Before time, or in a previous dimension. There is no delay. As soon as that sun turned on, bang! It would have lit up down here. It's the only way that it can play out. It's pure logic and common sense, right? It's one and the same. It's absolute light. It's on, bing, or it's off, boom. There is no boom, boo. It's bang, instant. That is absolute light. They also say, El Mickey, if the sun turned off, suddenly, beautiful day, and the sun suddenly turned off, it would take 8 minutes and 20 seconds before anybody knew. Now, how does that work? If the sun switched off, poof, it's exactly the same as the sun when it switched on. Boom! Instant, bang! Off, boom, gone. There is no light without a source. That proves it. If you can get your head around it, there's no easier way, I don't think, of explaining this, right? So I understand people have been taught something else, but it is illogical, which is why we're here now. It's not logical to think there is going to be a delay in anything the sun does, ever, right? And that includes casting the moon's shadow onto planet Earth. So bearing that one in mind before we even start, it's good to understand how light works. And that is how light works. It's one and the same. Not mixo macho. 8:20. The rumour has it that here's the moon, the sun's going to be over there, moon, shadow, onto planet Earth. 8 minutes and 20 seconds. So this is what happens. Now let's run through it. Sun's over here. So it's going to go on. Right, there's the moon shadow. Right, so sun's off. No, it's not off, it's on, but because it's finite light, we up planet Earth. This globe is split into 6 sections. This is for the people who say I don't understand the science, okay? We've got 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60 degrees, right? We've got 360 degrees. We've got 6 sections of 60 degrees. 6 times 6, that's 60 times 6, 360. In one of those 360s, 60 degrees here, 1/6 of Earth's circumference. What I've done is split that 60 degrees into 10. So each one of these lines, or the space in between the lines, is 6 degrees, okay? Now, planet Earth moves 2.08 degrees in 8 minutes and 20 seconds. How do we know? We have 360 degrees and we have 24 hours, right? One day. So what I wanted to do was find out a section in degrees for 8 minutes and 20 seconds. So I think it's like 173, 8 minutes and 20 seconds in 24 hours. So 8 minutes and 20 seconds is 500 seconds, right? So how many sections of 500 seconds are there in 24 hours? 173, I think you'll find is. So it's 500 seconds, 8 minutes and 20 times 173. Alexa, what is 500 seconds multiplied by 173?
500 seconds times 173 is approximately 1 day.
There we go. So 1 day, 173, 2.08 degrees is. There's 173 of them. 8 minutes and 20 seconds, that's 24 hours. What we have here is 6 degrees in each one. So we want 2 degrees, so a third of one of these sections, right? There's 6, 6, 6. We want 2.08, so we're looking at just over a third of one of these sections. Right, I can move you back to the cheat sheets now. Oh, and in that 8 minutes and 20 seconds, when Earth moves 2.08 degrees on its axis, the land distance for 1 degree is approximately, it's just over 111 kilometers, right? So 1 degree is 111 kilometers of land distance covered. We've got 2 degrees, that's 222 kilometers. Actually, we've got 2.08 degrees. So let's call it 230 kilometers, all right? So 8 minutes and 20 seconds, that's 230 kilometers land distance turned, and it's 2.08 degrees of axis spin, all right? So that's covered. Here we go. Right, move you back here. Stop moving about, will you? Oh, I'm sure I just... Right. Eclipse mode. We are going to be in any one of these, right? A partition, one of these sections of 6 degrees, but we're going to move 1/3 of that 6 degrees, and that's going to be about 230 kilometers. 3, 2, 1. The sun is on its way, right? And in 8 minutes and 20 seconds, that sun has launched photons that are going to hit the moon. 8 minutes and 20 seconds. So it's happening. Photons have left. 3, 2, 1, go. 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Earth carries on spinning. Photons. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. They're paddling towards planet Earth, right? At a rate of 1 sun diameter every 4.6 seconds. That's how long it takes for the sun to radiate its own light, the distance of its own diameter. Horseradish. Get back to that. It's been turning, 8 minutes and 15, bang, 8 minutes and 20. Those photons that have been traveling for 8 minutes and 20 seconds from the sun have just hit the moon, and we have just moved into, bang, the sweet spot shadow of the moon, right? In that moment, Earth, 8 minutes and 20 seconds ago was there, okay? Photons left the sun. They met Earth as it turned into the photons that hit the moon. Boom! And then the shadow is cast 1.3 seconds later. But moon, the sun, it's still directly behind the moon. How can that be? It cannot be, can it? Because it launched the photons 8 minutes and 20 seconds ago. So Earth was here 8 minutes and 20 seconds ago. So if it launched the photons then, how is it that bang, shadow, the sun is there? How can that be? How can the sun be in the position behind the moon, directly behind the moon, if it launched the photons that are hitting the moon 8 minutes and 20 seconds earlier? Where is the delay? This is it again. There is no delay. There is no delay. It's the same as when it switched on for the very, very first time. Boom, light, instant. It is one. The sun's light is absolute. It is one. If it's on, it's light wherever it is. It's one. It's absolute. There is no getting away from it. With finite light, what would have happened is a paradox. It cannot happen. Photons are coming. Earth spins for 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Bang! The photons hit the moon. The shadow hits the sweet spot where you are on planet Earth, but the sun wouldn't be there. But it clearly is. The sun would be 8 minutes and 20 seconds the other way, because that's how long it took for the photons to get here. 230 kilometers, 2.08 degrees the other way. But it's directly behind the moon. Guys, I understand that you've been taught this, and it must be extremely confronting, but I'm sure these numbers are right. This is just, no diplomas required. It's pure logic and common sense. We have the numbers. We can multiply, add, turn degrees. It's absolute light. There is no getting away from it. So I do understand science. I understand Mickey's, and I understand absolute light. And Einstein, no sir. No sir. I'm not going to say he was wrong. Did he even look? You know how I feel about all of this. I should get that board down. It's got every single name on it since Galileo. The picture's right up there. It's obvious. It's obvious that the speed of light was never measured. Roma, where? What light delay? What light delay, ladies and gentlemen? There is no light delay. Absolute light. Luz absoluta. There is no separating the sun and the light it shines. It's one and the same. It's absolute light. So, with that done, they can use that when they go and peer review the next solar eclipse. I expect them to peer review it. It's good to check up on common sense, isn't it? You should not have dumped your common sense ever. It's the ability to distinguish, to differentiate between what's real and what isn't, and between what's possible and what isn't. We can use the exact same analogy on the pyramids. The Egyptians did not carve the equivalent weight of 135 battle-ready Nimitz-class aircraft carriers out of anywhere to build the 3 pyramids, the main ones on the Giza Plateau, with just copper hand tools and their bare hands, folks. All right, buenas noches. Thanks for the no hate on Insta. I love it. Feels like we're connecting even. All right, later, peeps.